Yeah, strange maybe, but it almost not doesn't even feel like returning to me. It's been a long time, and it does feel like a new journey in a lot of ways. A lot of things have changed. Most, the personnel, the team's different. So I'm kind of viewing it as a new experience rather than something from a continuation from before. Yeah, loads. I don't know if I can put my finger on anything specific, but my experience here, having started with the men's program here, and then run coaching actually both programs for a season through the pandemic, before switching over to the women, I definitely got to experience a wide range of things. And I think you just grow every year as a coach, and it's pretty standard things that you learn. You try to get better in some area or another every single year, and I think I've done that. The experience in Ontario is different in certain ways, and so just learning a different way of experience in the volleyball world, even. And yeah, I think I'm coming back ready to compete and recruit aggressively and really try to push this program quickly. Yeah, I think I found out that the leagues are closer or more similar, I guess, than maybe you would think when you're coming from out west. There may be certain narratives out west about what the Ontario League is like, but it's competitive. I don't know if that just happened when I got here or if that's always been the way, but we've had a very competitive league for since I've been here, with very good teams. I think there are a few differences, especially if you're looking at the ACAC North right now as one of the probably most competitive divisions in the country. There are different, I'd say size is a bit of a difference. The Alberta League, the Western leagues tend to be a bit bigger, just because of the amount of athletes that Ontario has to kind of, they get spread out a lot in Ontario. They go to the US a lot. There's 14 OUA schools and there's 20 colleges. So you have to recruit aggressively to try to get those athletes first, and you have to and then you have to find maybe a different type of player where you're looking for a smaller player but more athletic. And I think it's probably taught me that there's more than one way to win, and that it maybe gave me a keener eye on when I go recruiting of what type of athlete can be successful at the college level. I think I'm going to set my expectations when I get there and I see the team in action. I'm familiar with some of the athletes coming back, but certainly not all of them. Last year, yeah, it was an exceptional season for them. But on the flip side, there's a whole bunch of those players that are not back, that graduated or have moved on. So I don't want to say that we need to continue going right from where we left off. I don't know, but I'll have to kind of see what type of first years are being brought in, and where we go from there. But I think we still can build off that success, at least in a narrative way, where Keyano College is a competitive team in the ACC North, and now that we've got there, we have to stay there. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to learn from, I think, from both of them and how they do it. I think Kings is a little more unique, being a university. They have a lot of success on recruiting, 4-year athletes that they can build on for a long time, and so they're a little bit different. But what Lakeland has done, and I followed them pretty closely last year, and they were absolutely dominant. And what Austin's done there is incredible. And I think, again, maybe unique, but he has the ability to pull from all over Saskatchewan. He convinces players to go there, and so it starts in recruiting. Recruiting's got to be the biggest thing. I think you get there's recruiting has a bigger impact on your success than how much better you improve throughout a season. I think you have to start with the right athletes and go from there. And so, kind of as I mentioned before, that there's going to be a big push on making sure that this team is or that we're recruiting aggressively, and that we have the right players. Trying to knock those two teams off. And I mean, there's other teams that recruited really well this year. I think NWP is going to be much improved, and so I think it's a competitive league, and I think that should be attractive for athletes. Is let's come play in the best division in the country. Yeah, I mean, coming down that hill might be. I don't know what the feeling's gonna be like. My family's moved on since I moved away. They're in BC now, so I'm sure it'll feel a little bit different. But I imagine the memories will come flooding back when I get to town, when I see that sign, when I go through the doors of the Sport and Wellness Center for the first time. It's gonna be interesting. I'm anxiously curious, maybe, for what it's gonna feel like. But when I get there, things start moving pretty quick. So I'm sure I'll get into the swing of things pretty quickly.